First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
A couple of interesting sports stories I want to get to. We'll start with baseball this morning. And Sal Barbero, our local umpire guy, as we call him, get a lot of information from him. Called me Saturday and said, I've been doing this for 20 years. You're not going to believe it. I said, really? I'm not going to believe it? He said, you're not going to believe it. I said, all right, well, then don't tell me. I'll just book you for Monday morning. Sal, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Sal.
Oh, we got to turn Sal on
there you
right
go,
here.
Sal. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on?
So what prompted you to call me? Recap this game on Friday. What happened? And, I'll be honest, I couldn't tell if you were upset or excited when I talked to you on Saturday.
No, I wasn't upset. I was excited. It wasn't Legion. It was Little League.
Oh, it was a Little League game.
Yeah, it was the 12-year-old All-Stars championship game between New Hartford and Whitesboro.
All right, so where was this? Because you told me there were several hundred people there, right?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, someone said 300, so I'd say between 200 and 300. Yeah, it was packed. It was really packed.
All right, so
and that's a lot for a Little League game.
Yeah, a Little League game especially, yeah.
Yeah, it was played at New Hartford Little League at 6 p.m. on Friday night.
All right, so what was the deal? I didn't know, was this a great game or was this a 10-run rule game that you wanted to sound off on?
No such thing as 10-run rule. Well, they played last Monday, Whitesboro and New Hartford, and I had that game. Whitesboro beat them. So New Hartford would have to come back and beat Whitesboro twice to win it all. So last Wednesday, New Hartford came back to beat Whitesboro, and then they were going to play Game 3, winner take all, Thursday, but that got rained out. So they rescheduled it for Friday at 6, and we dodged the rain and got it in. So my assigner calls me up Thursday night. He goes, what do you want to do? Because I was on the Legion game Friday. He goes, you want to stay on the Legion game, or do you want to go back to New Hartford to the Little League game? And to be honest, I don't like doing teams a lot that many times in 1 week. And I thought about it. I said, you know what? Put me on the Little League game, because I know just from the 2 games that they had played previous, I just knew, 1, it wasn't going to be a 10-run rule. 2, I knew it was going to be a good game and close, and it was. And Jeff, like I told you over the phone Saturday, this is my 20th year. What I witnessed Friday night, I'm still shaking my head. My phone was blowing up after the game. Me and my partner, John Nemi, went to the bar after, and my phone was just getting blown up. It was intense, let's say, from the very first pitch of the game, no exaggeration here, to the very last pitch of the game.
All right, so what happened?
So New Hartford takes a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. Then Whitesboro comes up, and a kid hits a 3-run homer that just cleared the fence, left field fence, to go up 3-1.
It
now,
just
going
cleared,
nuts, they're celebrating the whole plate. I believe they added another run on to go up 4-1. So they had a 4-1 lead going into the bottom of the fifth. So New Hartford, just the way they play, the way they're coached, they just don't give up. So they end up scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the fifth to go up 5-4. We got another inning to go. This is over. And jokingly, I said to my partner up the first base line in between innings, I said, we might call this game due to darkness. He said, why do you say that? I said, I see a tie here. These teams are battling. I said, I won't be surprised if we call this due to darkness. So now we go to the top of the sixth. Whitesboro scores 2 more runs to go up 6-5. So now we go to the bottom of the sixth, and New Hartford gets a runner on base. Then they had, I'm going to get a little ahead of myself here. Then they end up having 2 outs with the runner on first. Well, the next 2 batters come up and they walked. So now we got bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the sixth, championship game. Next batter comes up, who I believe was the kid who got the game-winning hit the Wednesday night. He got a triple to beat Whitesboro. He comes up, he hits a base hit to right field. So I'm the home plate umpire. My buddy John's on the bases. So once I see the hit to right field, I got to take my eyes off that. I have no idea what's going on in right field. I didn't even know they hit the cutoff man because that's not my job. I got to watch this kid who was on second. I got to make sure he touches third.
Right.
Make sure there's no obstruction. Make sure there's no coaching physically assisting him heading towards home. I got to watch for all that stuff. And he came around third. All of a sudden, I just see the ball come by my face and bang, bang, play. He got in there. The tag was high. I sent you the picture on your phone.
You did.
His foot was probably 90% past home plate, and then you see the catcher tag the kid's hand because the kid's hand was up in the air as he was sliding. And I sold the call twice. It was that close. I called him safe twice, and that's just how the game ended. And just a celebration that I've never seen before. And, Jeff, I got to say this, like I said, for 20 years I've been doing this. Believe me, I've had big games before, whether it was Little League, Legion, high school sectionals. This one from start to finish, under 2-hour game, I've never seen anything like it.
Where was the game held? That's a nice field.
That was at New Hartford.
That was in New Hartford, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Yankee Stadium of Little League, New Hartford.
Yeah, you can tell that's a really nice field. I don't think I've ever played on that.
John Randall, who coaches New Hartford Little League, and Paul Lazaro, they do a great job on that field because they take care of it. They do all the maintenance on it. I got to give a shout-out to them. I got to give a shout-out to their kids. They played so hard. I got to give a shout-out to all the fans that were there, Whitesboro and New Hartford. I'm going to give a shout-out to the Whitesboro coach, Dickie Delberto, I've known my whole life. It, like me and my partner talked at the end of the game, it just stinks that one of those teams was going to come up short.
Yeah.
And it happened the way it did. Their teams are well prepared. They're well coached. The kids know the game. It was just, it was surreal. It really was. I woke up the next morning, Saturday, my head was still shaking. I couldn't believe what I witnessed.
Well, and how nice was it that you have the crowd there that you had? I mean, we went kids not being able to have
right field was Whitesboro. All the way down right field line, all the way down left field line was New Hartford, plus New Hartford sat behind home plate, and so the Whitesboro on the right-hand side. Yeah, it was packed.
You went from having kids not being able to have even their parents there or a parent there to watch you.
Exactly.
They had to choose which parent, or they had to decide that, one parent can come. To now we have a big game. It's really
you know what, Andrew? It's funny you bring that up because I thought about that. I go, could you imagine a game like this and only having one or two parents there for each child?
I know.
What a shame. That would have been a shame.
Oh man. So hey, look, it's great that was able to happen. So New Hartford rallies, they get the win in what you call a great game, one of the better ones you've seen in 20 years. These kids
classic. It's a classic. It would be on the Yankees Classic if this was a Major League Baseball game. I'm serious. Not Mets Classics, Yankees Classics.
Oh, okay, Sal.
Sorry, Jeff.
That's all right.
So tonight they play Lowville.
Yeah, what's next? That's where I wanted to go. What's next here for these kids?
They by winning that, they go to the regionals. They play Lowville tonight in Lowville. Who knows who's playing today because with the weather.
Yeah, right.
They play Friday at home in New Hartford.
All right. So and it's over now for what was Friday's game? It was the Oneida County final.
No, it was just the 12-year-old All-Star Little League Championship.
Okay, the All-Star Little League Championship.
And those three teams, they played each other 3 times in that tournament. And I heard that the combined score of all 3 games was 21-20.
Wow, you're kidding me.
No, that's how close all 3 games were.
Oh, absolutely. That's great. I was all set. I was prepared to come in here, and you were going to tell me about some outrageous parent who said something to you or halted a game with their behavior.
No.
You were going to tell me it was 27-0 in the 3rd inning, and here I am working.
Thank God.
I'm 4.5 hours into this baseball game, and we're only in the 4th inning. I thought I totally thought that's where this was going to go.
Jeff, let me say this before I go. Teams get pumped up for games like this. Coaches get pumped up for games like this. Fans get pumped up. Guess what? Me and my partner, like I said, I'm 20. I think John's been doing it 17. We've been on big games before.
Yeah.
I was pumped. I couldn't wait till this game started. I was pumped 2 hours before because I knew it was going to be a good game. And me and John talk like we've done with other umpires and other big games. We say let's give these guys our best. Let's give both these teams our best game. We fist pump each other at home plate. He went to his position, I went to mine, and the game started, and it was a classic. I will say that.
That's great, man. To be an adult and to be that excited by that, and when your kids aren't playing in it, I think that's awesome. How were the parents, by the way? Did anybody give you a hard time?
No, not at all. Not at all. At least I didn't hear anything. You know, you're going to hear some groans from a strike they didn't think was a strike or a ball or an out, but no, everything was good. Everything was good. Well,
that's great. Congratulations to New Hartford and great season. It's Whitestown. Whitestown Little League.
Whitesboro.
Oh, it's Whitesboro. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was Whitestown or Whitesboro who they were playing.
Yeah, Whitesboro.
Well, hats off to the players and the parents on both of those teams, and congratulations to New Hartford. Sal, I'm glad to hear a very positive story coming out of you. Like I said, I didn't know what to expect.
Now, American Legion playoffs start today, but looks like nobody's going to be playing, so I'll give you guys an update on those.
All right. Sal Barbero, our baseball man.
Sal, and then one more thing. When we talk about high school varsity ball, we talked to you earlier this season, you were pushing for a mercy rule. I think you had indicated at the time that you sent a letter or an email, and there was some hope that would be addressed. Whatever happened with that?
Got voted down.
It got voted down. Who votes on that? The umpires or coaches, or who votes on that?
No, the Section 3 voted.
Really?
But they did talk about it. They did. They actually had a meeting about it, and I guess they voted it down.
Oh boy!
We'll see.
Was it even close?
I'm not sure.
But
I'm not sure. I don't even know.
All right. I hate Sal Barbero, local
But there
umpire.
was no 10-run rule in the Little League game. That's all I cared.
Yeah. A great game yesterday on Friday as New Hartford beats Whitesboro. All right. Thank you, Sal.
Thanks, Jeff.
Take care,
Andrew.
Man. And
all right, bud.
New Hartford moves on in the Little League All-Stars. And up next is Lowville, although it's not likely they're going to get the game in tonight.